Okay, so let's speed up a bit because it's early game, so no point in staying too much. Have a really good map, back gold, back berries, and pretty wallable like this. I don't think I have the tool to. If you want to get greedy, you can wall like this, but you need to scout. I don't think I have the tool to draw on the map. Anyway, he has a good map. If he secures the main goal like this, he can wall really easily. The thing when you see this matchup, you have to think in a nice position of the houses, so you can fit 2 farms. I think you have the range indicator, right? Yeah, that's why I donate to you. I wanted to support you as well. Thank you, man. This is the perfect way. You even get something in return for the donation. Anyway, so you see that it's against Kelts. Why loom that early? It was a misclick, or you just feel more safer if you lure it with the loom? I can understand. Okay, the timing was almost there. And then this villager was a bit dumb. Didn't want to wait for the boar. Anyway, so you see this matchup, and you think that you know that he's going to open men-at-arms. A bit of idiocy. But I think you can get over it at this level. This has so much trap potential. Okay, let's get to the point. If you see this matchup, if you know that the opponent is going to open men-at-arms, you can just go for one range opening. Usually with Turks you open scouts, so you get advantage of the piece armor, but against Celts it's better to open range. Because you know they are going for the men-at-arms. So having archers on the field right away and fletching helps you a lot. My Dark Age is terrible. At least you know, and you know exactly what you need to work with. It's a good step. Great map? Yeah, he has a really good map. So 20 villagers up, not bad. He has 20 vills up too, but still 20 seconds behind because of the idle time. But no problem with that one. Yeah, barracks. And I think he opens scouts here, right? By the way, more on wood. You need at least 9. Even 10. No, you don't drop the walls before the stables. At least not so many walls. Nah. I can smell that disaster already. You won't have the walls in time. Yeah, he just hits you here. And you don't have any army to defend this. You have 2 options. I think this is your only option, unless you have a really insane map. Yeah, a bit disaster here. Unless you have a really insane map, you can't go for the walls before building, you know? Because you don't have time. Not sure if you scouted Minotaur. I didn't pay attention to that. Okay, range. I'm not sure if range was your first initial plan. But range opening is better. Those walls could have been a bit forward, but it doesn't matter. You just you just die if you do this, you know. If you want to play scouts against men-at-arms, you have one approach. You go up really fast, like 19 pop, 18 pop, at least 19 pop, and you get the stable up ASAP, and you get the scouts number ASAP, and you pre-wall everything, all the resources. What yellow is it? 1k, 1.1k yellow, around that yellow. You're a bit lucky that he goes for heavy walls and he's not coming with archers. He would have been dead if he came with archers. Not sure what's the next situation. Okay, but he almost entered the sea. No, I don't like this one either. Usually you don't want to lose the scout that fast. Great recognition that you realize that you need the range after you saw the men-at-arms, but it's too late. You see that he scales, He has two options, the rush or men at arms. So you have to react properly. That's why range. So, or as I said, if you really want to open scouts, really fast uptime, if you know that you can get it, and pre-wall everything, and try to buy time till you get like 4 or 5 scouts, and kill the 3 minute arms. Preferably before he gets the spearman forward, if he gets a spearman forward. Now scout, it's a bit too late. Yeah. At this time you kinda assume that he's old and you can't do too much with the scouts. Only if you see that he's going aggressive and if you can punish him, because you get that pierce armor. But unless you don't see him out, scouts is not the best option here. It's really risky. Scouts and walls, it's already too much. At this point, at least you try to go to Castle Age. Wall everything and go to Castle Age. Finish this wall, and go Castle Age. Professional caster. It's professional analyzer. Is that a word? Analyzer? I think yes. So yeah. I guess that's for now houses. I thought it's a market there. But the most important thing with scouts, it's the timing. Because in the moment he's walled, you can't do anything more with the scouts. I can understand if you keep archer production and scouts at the same time. But unless you do that, yeah, it's really hard for him. He has fletching, he has armor. Double attacks right now. Not sure if you wall in time. You should wall in time. But I don't really like gates in general. You know? If you don't, especially if you don't have military on the field. Because gates fall to this army instantly. And it will be really hard for you to wall in time. At least here, if you wanna hurry up, make a short wall here and a short wall here. And you're still fine. Don't really have to go for this wood line. But still. Maybe with the scouts now, with the armor. Oh boy, okay. This is a really nice move by you. You clean up his army, especially with the armor. He just does 1 damage to the scouts. Okay, really nice. You usually don't need a gate, because you do the buildings, production buildings outside, on the front, and you drop the units on the front. So it's not like you have units in the back to drop them. Unless you have a gate right near the TC, if you wall to the TC. As I said earlier, like this, and like this. And forget about this sword line. Because it's not like you need it. Like this, you can you secure more space. But anyway, the main mistake was going for the wall so fast. Do a range. It's better to pre-wall all the resources. Do 1 range, get fletching ASAP and clean up the minute arms. And then you can wall for the full walls. You can go for the full walls. So yeah. But right now I think you can go. Okay, he's up already. But you need to go up. Yeah. It's already too late. As I said, you assume that he's walled. Most of the flares will wall so fast. I thought my walls were too slow. So if you go for the walls earlier than you did, you'll most likely have no army on the field. And you'll have to quick all forever, because the men-at-arms melt walls. That's why I don't like to go for the walls that early. Unless, as I said, you have a insane map. Maybe you could have walled... maybe I'll rewind the rec. But maybe you forget about this wood line. You go 1 wood line and wall like this. And like this and like this. And you secure the gold, the wood and the berries here. Then you can go for really fast walls. So yeah, 2 million gold. In this situation you kind of want to use the market, so it's fine if you Leave units on the gold. Leave wheels on the gold. So yeah. So now you go for Lightkev. Really good. You already have the upgrades, and Lightkev counters what he does right now, especially Lightkev Turks. And you're not that bad with situations. Situation only 2 wheels behind. It's true that he has Wilbaro, but it doesn't matter that much. Because you have the better sieve long term. Maybe you could have taken Stone at some point. And you pretty much counter everything that he does if you go for Janissaries. That's why you have to think about the matchup before. If you think about the matchup, you see Celts, Men at Arms, but I'm Turks, so I'm better long term. If I get to Janissaries, he doesn't have too many options. Okay, now a really big ball of crossbows coming. You don't really see it, but you assume that it's on the way. And want to see with one wheel. If you want to do something, do what you see here, really fast. Maybe household this in time, but it's tricky. When you saw this big ball of crossbows, just go for a siege workshop. Siege workshop, but you forgot to mess like you. Nah, really greedy 3 TCs. I can see 3 TCs, but go for a siege workshop too. You can commit to military, siege workshop in full Lightkev, or you can go for 3 TCs and one of them, siege workshop or Lightkev. I play Turks only. Okay. Then it's perfect. You know what? What's your receive's strength is? R. And at the same time, you're a bit lucky that the enemy is passive. He didn't break here. I guess he was just afraid. And you have time to mess knights. Which generally it's the stronger unit, but you could have gone for Lightkev here. It's not that massive, because knights have plus 40 HP. Lightkevs have plus 1 piece armor. The thing with Lightkev is that it's better long term because you save gold and I would say that you can mess them on the way up. Ballistics when he's scouting the map with crossbows. Yeah, he's not playing great either. He's doing mistakes too. He wants to go up with kills. Okay, this is, but late. So you pretty much caught up in Will's numbers with this greediness, but he didn't go aggressive. That's the thing. I don't think you have town watch here. How do I check? I forgot how I change point of views like this. Okay, like this. You don't have town watch. Usually want to get town watch when you have so little vision. Yeah. Those Wills were lost really sloppy. Unlucky with the forward word lines, I can admit. I don't think you win this fight. Oh, you might do. As I said, siege workshop. If you're playing against X-bows, just add the siege workshop. Fast input kills, yeah, for the chemistry. You really need that chemistry. Nice micro by him. And yeah, it's pretty much a lost fight, because maybe if your units would have been full HP, maybe you would have won that fight. But like this, they were really weak. Try to go for town watch too. You have so little vision, don't see anything. He attacks you from any point and you don't know. You don't know in time. Town watch or maybe even outposts. Yeah, if you didn't have the idle C, you would have been ahead without problems. I think that can be a main role for you. If the opponent goes for cap, you just go for monastery. If the opponent goes for his boss, drop a siege workshop right away. Few scorpions and scare him away. I imagine the guys at that yellow don't micro that much, so yeah. Dark Age. Well, Dark Age is not that big of a mistake. I don't think you should stress too much with the Dark Age. Nice counter attack, really nice one. Force him to react. He goes for the Imperial Age, not sure why, what he wants to do. In case you ask, Pikes is the better approach here. Pikes and crossbows plus and castle drop forward. That's a better approach than going in so early with heals. But okay. Yeah, the counter attack is really nice. But as I said, don't stress too much with the Dark Age. It's fine. If you have a really clean Feudal Age, it doesn't matter the Dark Age. But if you have a really clean Dark Age and the Feudal Age it's completely disaster, you just die, you know? So it's better to have a cleaner Feudal Age. I think I can speed up a bit because the game is slow. But please don't resign when you see that he reached temp, okay? Yeah. Spend the resources faster. You have a lot of wood, but you have only 22 farms. That's already late game setup. This castle, it's really awkward, man. I'm on your vision right now. Better. You know that you distracted him. You went forward. Just go for the castle here. You know. Don't tell me you're going for the castle now. No, I think it's for this gold. Or for this gold. Okay, that's a nice move. Expanding early, so you can get the extra resources on the map and still have resources in your base. That's a really good one. You go for halves. Next time you mess Janissaries, you know? Janissaries, or you can even go for CA Hussar. Can work. Or maybe CA Champion, but it's already complicated. Maybe I'm going too far. Janissaries, if you want for the castle. And I think the castle should be a bit faster. Now the siege workshop. A bit late. You don't do too much. Or you can go for straight hand cannons. If you know he goes for infantry. But at least make sure that you get... Okay, Janissaries now. At least make sure that you get all the armor, so the crossbows don't do too much against them. Okay, mix of Janissaries. You see why I don't like this castle? It's really... It protects only this one line, that's it. If it would have been here, would have protected the gold, the woodlands. Cover surface of the map. Really nice counterattack, you denied his doubt castle. And now I don't really mind your position, to be honest. The will count is not that big and you have the better armor. All he can go is halps. That's it. He has a lot of resources though. I would like Woad Raider Snowball more. Yeah, he had a score just because of the early game. And he had so many resources. Because if you go at the collected resources, he has way more. 5k more. And I'm not sure how much score that mean. But still, it's a thing. And he... No, okay, you killed more. But he killed more valuable units, you know? If I have to choose now, I choose your position, man. It's just better. Yeah. Despite the early game, the disastrous early game, you got to where you wanted. The will count it's even with the nice counter raids, or the nice raids. Now we just mess army. Okay, orangers. Just mess bomber cannons. Maybe get the unique tech. Get traps on the field to SO. Yeah, he might be able to get SO too. Still. Yeah, Janissaries are better than hand cannons just because of that one range. So with a bit of micro you can even snipe the SO. You know, this is the story of all my games. Either I lose in castle or win in imp. Okay, makes sense. Don't give me spoiler about this game. But I feel like you're about to win this game. Don't give spoilers, okay? We still have to watch this game. As I said, play safer in the early game. Don't go for greedy walls. When you know, even against, maybe against scouts you can go for really big walls. And don't go for military buildings. That can be an option. Okay, as I said, really nice moves, expanding on the sides to get the minerals faster. Chemistry for onagers. Not that huge. Oh boy, even dropping stables on the side. You're playing really well in that game. I have to give credit to that one. Okay, sniping units here. Right? No. And I think you clean all his army. I think you're winning here. At my level, Minotaur Rush is very rare. Okay, makes sense. But still, you have to look at the sieve and try to predict what he's going for. You need more siege here. And I'm not sure if you repaired the castle, to be honest. Now you can even go mass hussars. Do you have elite janissaries? Okay, you have elite janissaries. You don't have the armor though. Full janissary spam, I think, and bomber cannons. And as I said, he can't do too much here. You need trebuchets. You know why you add trebuchets here? Because usually with the bomber cannons you try to snipe the onagers, so they won't shoot constantly on the castles. While trebuchets shoot constantly. But as I said, I think you need the constant production of janissaries. Oh, you got all the upgrades on hussars. Nice. Really nice move. But I still think you need the more janissaries. At this point you just spam units, you know? Spam units, raids on the side. Is he going for paladins? Don't tell me he's going for kills paladin. No, I like it. I did that one yesterday, I think, when I died, but it doesn't matter. All I know is that Scout paladins are not good against Bengalis elephant archers in imp. Yeah, you can even be pop cap, 200 pop if you go for full spam of units. I did repair, but 4 traps too much. Okay, and then they are killed traps. They shoot faster. Makes sense. Little thing, get masonry maybe, get hoardings from the castle. That one can help too. Yeah, you just raid him to the death at this point. You have so many resources. Hand card is missing, but that's not a big thing. Maybe more wheels. Try to get at least 130 wheels. Don't do like Mihai, don't go for 170 wheels, but go at least for 130, you know? Snipe the bomber cannons, the onagers. Even the unique tech, the ones that gives range, the bomber cannons. As I said, you need to spam more power unit. Don't like the camels against scouts, you know? I can understand, but you can spend your resources more wisely. The thing is that the hussars from kills are not that scary. That's the thing. If you had like 40 janissaries right now, you would have been a great spot. He couldn't clean that army ever. What is he doing with the onagers? Snipe the onager. Ow. Uh, okay, really sloppy here, man. Really sloppy. Because you're not producing the power unit. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but here I said. You need one main unit, arbalists, cavalry, janissaries, cav archers, whatever. One main unit that costs gold. You need one trash unit, light cav, halb, skirms. And you go for one siege unit. In your case, bomber cannons. Maybe even a couple of traps. But as I said, you have a lot of resources, but you're not focusing on the right things. You just need to spam janissaries here. Maybe get a fort castle on the side, so you have more production and he can't trade you to that easily. Yeah, you both stayed at 120 pop, which kinda saved you. Because you have the better units. I don't know, man. I think you just lost a bit yourself here. You just needed to spend your resources. You're not 200 pop yet. And you have units to do. Okay, this castle, you didn't repair it. I did notice this. I think I can just speed up, because at this point, I think it will be the same mistakes repeating themselves. Now, camels kinda make sense. Because you can chase him raiding, but Hussars was the problem for you, you know? Yeah, handling the battlefield, trades and economy was too much. Well, forget about economy then. Because the military in that position was too important. You just needed to go for the kill, you know? I think you're in a situation you need two players. One player to focus on the eco, and one focus to spend the economy. Damn. Yeah, and I'm not sure if you're using control group, but as Salad said, you need control groups, so you can produce units easier. Orangers make sense now, but you don't have bomber cannons. Do you have relics? No. You didn't take relics. If you are playing Turks, really often they'll try to get relics too, you know? You need the... You need gold on long term with Turks. That's BS. Use control groups, Daniela. Okay. And I'll leave you alone. Holy shit, you have so many resources. And you went for Cavalier. Even Cavalier spam work now. I don't know what's your thought process in this situation, but I usually recommend this to my students. Pause the game, take a deep breath, look at the minimap, look at your resources, and think what's your next move, what you should do. You see a lot of resources, spend them. You're not 200 pop, go to 200 pop. You don't have enough wheels, make more wheels, and so on. Tactical pause, okay. I don't mind it in this situation, just go for it. Because you might be a bit stressed. So you need... as I said, if you had a ball of 30 Janissaries, you would have finished this game way earlier. I saw you play only Hussars and halves. I thought I should attempt by gold costs a bit and go Hussar raids on the side. Hussar raids on the side are fine, but you didn't have a main unit. As I said, main unit. So the main unit in your situation, Janissaries, a big ball of Janissaries. Trash unit, Hussars. Keep a couple of them with your army and just spam raids on the side and force them to react. And siege unit, bomber cannons. If you have a really big ball of Janissaries, they never die. At that point you can afford to have to float resources, because you might be pop cap. But and if you have a really big ball of Janissaries, the siege don't die either. So yeah. I think it doesn't matter what unit you want here, but just having 130 wheels, 65 army and siege units wins you the game at this level. Yeah. I think I'm sure if you keep those numbers in your head, 130 wheels, 65 army and siege units, 5 siege units, it's perfect. You'll never lose a game in late game. That's it. But I can admit the how it's called, the gameplay was much better for you in late game than it was in early game. The thing that helped me to go from 1k to 1.2k, having the same problem as you, not spending my resources, was to always remember more production buildings. If you have 4 hussars queued from a stable, that means you need more stables already, and then set the hotkeys for select all production buildings. Yeah, if you don't want to use control groups, you can use select all buildings and stuff like that. It's not recommended, but you can go for it. Well, this was my 5th game, 15 game after 3 years pause, so I'm still in Giga slow. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense that your execution might not be the best if you just came back into the game. But still, I told you what I told you what you need to focus. I don't think it's my thing to keep in mind that you came after a pause. I just need to show you the mistakes and the good things that you're doing.